It's been a while.
Yeah, dude, especially this early. You know how long it's been since we've recorded a podcast at any time before like 8 p.m.?
Yeah, during the day.
Yeah, daylight hours, man.
Yeah, we were going to we had talked about just releasing the audio version of the Bomb Hard, and I just didn't even do that last week because I was just so it was such a crazy week.
That's okay. Consider this a reboot. The new and improved brown petri dish,
Yeah,
browner and dishier than ever.
hell yeah. Yeah, we were both involved in the Rubber City Comedy Festival last week, but you were in the uh flag flagship
Yep, flagship
flagship
comedy
comedy
fest.
festival the week before that. Yeah, I was in Wisconsin, and then we culminated at the Rubber City Fest. It's been a crazy couple weeks, man.
Went
It
to
took me.
South Carolina too, man. In between all that, I'm so
Oh
tired
yeah,
of
in the
driving.
middle of that, yeah.
Yeah, I am done driving places. Holy shit.
Yeah, dude. It took me about 2 days to recover. Like I'm finally starting to feel a little normal today because I mean I went from my routine of waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning every day to being up all hours of the night doing comedy every day, traveling almost every day. I mean,
Drinking.
yeah, drinking almost every day. I mean, I basically went from uh, Wisconsin to I think I did a show on Monday when I got back. Yeah, so we got back Sunday night. We got back Sunday night from Wisconsin. My car was dead in front of Tim Wolf's house. So I had to wait for fucking roadside assistance to get my car going. And he went to Hilarities, and then I think I did a show somewhere Monday, and I'm just drawing a blank.
You can't
Oh,
even remember now.
and then I did the radio Sunday night
Yeah,
with,
how'd that go? I've
with
heard good
Jeremy
things.
Shear. It was fun, man. It was a lot of fun. It's fun being in an actual radio studio, and Jeremy just does like a Q&A with you, basically, where he asks you a question and then you answer with a question to him. So that was pretty cool. Um, and then Monday, I honestly cannot remember what I did Monday. I did something because I did Barlucci Monday. That's right. And then I went and picked up, um, uh, I picked up Monday, I picked up an air mattress from Amanda, and then went to Barlucci to do a set and pick up the other air mattress from CJ Clem. And then I woke up in the morning, cleaned all day long because I had to get the house ready for guest on Wednesday night. And then I drove to Cincinnati to do a show on Tuesday. I went to the market and shit in Cincinnati on Wednesday. It was a fun time. Just kind of explored the city a little bit. Found out their museums are closed on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. That was kind of disappointing.
That sucks ass.
Yeah, and then I did a set at the Pro Am at Go Bananas Wednesday, and then drove back for the late night show at Baxter Speakeasy, and then did a set Wednesday night at Pharmacy late night. Yeah, so crazy, dude. It was a crazy week. Basically, went straight from road tripping it right into the festival and didn't stop. So
This whole thing's kind of all felt like one big road trip to me, man.
yeah,
It's just been nonstop and driving and comedy and all that fun stuff.
I mean, I think I was up till 4 o'clock in the morning, pretty much every night of the festival. Uh, so I had to readjust my sleep and shit. Like that was tough.
I think the only downside of the flagship fest was how far everything was from the other shows and stuff like that. So you really couldn't like the way you can just kind of hang out in the same area for the Rubber City Fest where everything's maybe 5-10 minutes from each other. You
Yeah,
know, with the flagship fest, everything was pretty much in the, you know, 15-20 minutes plus. um
that kind of sucks.
Edinburgh and Erie aren't that close to each other. So it really depended on the day.
Yeah, that
Some
kind of sucks.
some of the shows closer to Erie were a little closer to each other, but other than that, yeah, everything was one off. But
Uh,
I mean, the shows were all great. Everyone that I went to was so much fun. Brent Terhune came out and taught a class about social media and promoting yourself and things like that. Learned so much from that class. I'm glad I took it.
that's cool.
Yeah. He taught us about TikTok, which is great because I don't know anything about TikTok. Still
Huh.
trying to figure that one out.
Yeah. Yeah,
The
I just
I gotta
wish
say though, the Edinburgh Fire Department show, man, like doing a show for a volunteer fire department with like 100+ people at it, man, I'll never forget that. That was cool as fuck.
oh yeah. That sounds awesome.
They had an appetizer buffet and everything. That was weird.
Hell yeah. Yeah, dude. I don't even know where to start with the oh well, first I'll start with something from talking about our weekends. There's this pastry in Wisconsin called a Kringle, and it's basically like a huge like donut shaped pastry that has icing on it and either nuts or fruit on the inside.
Was it invented
And
by the
I don't know, but
Christopher Kringle?
that is a good children's joke, I guess. But
That's what
and
I'm for.
um no, but so I was looking for this the whole time, and this guy in Mosney, the first place we went Friday night, told me they have it all the quick trips. We went to like 10 different quick trips, didn't see it at one of them. And so I'd given up on this shit. And then I was like, well, I might want a couple more blocks of cheese. So I told Tim to stop at this cheese castle on the way out of Wisconsin. And they had a Kringle, and I got it. I was like, I'll get this for my mom. You know, I always get her something when I go on road trips because she's always super worried. And so I got it. It was $10. And I'm an idiot and didn't think to put my stuff that I bought in a Ziploc baggie. So when I opened up the cooler, it was full of water. So
Oh no.
yeah, so Kringle ruined. I had one block of cheese that was unsalvageable, and it really pissed me off. My stupidity.
You went all that way. I wonder what Tim's car smells like now.
Oh, dude, I made him stop twice on the way back for me to take a shit. It had to happen. It's 3 days of quick trip, dude. I'll never do it again.
I mean, he probably appreciates that rather than having to smell everything beforehand in the car,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and I took a tip from Brian Kenny on the 10 Cent Beer Life podcast, and that's that when you're on the road and you have to shit, don't go to a gas station, go to a hotel.
Never would have thought about that
Yeah, the lobby bathrooms at hotels are very nice.
because nobody thinks to use them. They all have
Yeah,
their own bathrooms.
right. And they're always clean.
Or
Yeah,
if you're anywhere in the South, just go to a Bucky's. Those places are amazing.
yeah. I
You
went to
ever?
I'd never heard of that, but we went to a Wyndham Ridge hotel that I'd never heard of before, but I'd heard of Wyndham Ridge, and I didn't even have to walk past the front desk because I just walked in the side door, and before you get to the front desk, they have a public bathroom.
Yeah.
Went to the bathroom, walked back out the side door. Nobody ever saw me.
Well, ideally, like once you've made it in the bathroom, no one's gonna stop you. You're already in. That's all you got to do is get in.
Yeah, no, you can't stop me. You're gonna do it no matter what. Dude, this dude at work today had this shit spray, and it's like a spray that like makes the room smell like somebody just shit their pants. Dude, it smells so bad. Like it smells like cow shit, first of all. It doesn't smell like human shit.
That's probably what they siphoned it from.
Yeah, it smells like cow shit. But dude, he did it in the locker room whenever everybody was leaving, and it was just like everybody was like running out of the locker room because it smelled so fucking bad. Dude. It was terrible. Never seen this shit before. Yeah, Cincinnati was very cool too. I need to get down there more often. It's a cool city, great comedy scene. All the comics down there are nice as fuck. Um, slept on Carter's couch with a cat that wouldn't leave me alone. That was fun. But yeah, man, we're gonna start with the Rubber City Comedy Festival. I think I think the big highlight for me was, I mean, partially because I was on the show, but partially just because it was really good. Was the Ben Palmer show on Thursday night.
Yeah,
Uh,
look nuts.
oh, dude, he is so fucking funny. I really think he's gonna have a TV show soon. I don't I don't think that's far in the future. Yeah, it was crazy. It was one of those things. It was just a special moment where like you see like all the comics are watching, and it's just like that's not something you normally see at a festival show, especially
It
because
helps that they put the speaker on so the comics can actually listen to the show.
yeah,
I wish they would just leave it on all the time.
I know. I don't know why they don't.
Probably because
It,
I don't know, maybe people outside can hear it.
well,
Mm,
that and I don't think Pete wants to listen to it. Probably is what
That's
it
another good point. You're interrupting his TV time. You
is.
know, have you ever noticed what he does when the comedy show is going? He's just watching TV.
Yeah,
It's at the
yeah,
bar.
yeah. Um, yeah, that was. I mean, all the shows are fun. Baxter's is always a fun hang.
Their
Um,
drinks, man, their drinks are so good.
yeah, if you're from the Akron area or you ever in Akron, stop by Baxter Speakeasy. It's a great bar. I actually found out I know the owner, kind of. Well, not know him, but we have a very good mutual friend. My friend Olivia, she lives down in Texas now, but we were like best friends for like, I don't know, 10 years. And he was friends with her before I knew her. So
That's cool as hell.
the owner of Baxter's, yeah, Tim Baxter, he's a cool dude.
I mean, I love that place so much. I was gonna take Haley there on Friday, but I ended up getting put on the Friday late show, and no complaints by any means, but still, I didn't
Yeah,
get to take Haley there.
yeah, and I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun at the late night Barmacy shows. They were a lot of fun. Um,
It's
Wednesday
so
night,
so nuts that they just reopened for an open mic.
yeah. Well, no, they're always open till 2:30.
Yeah, but I mean, they reopened the open mic instead of
Oh
everything.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, I guess they really didn't tear down necessarily, but still.
It's just a lot of fun. I don't know. It feels like home to me, that bar, because we're there so much. Because that's my Sunday open mic, and it's just cool to like hang out and get to know new comics in an environment that you're that comfortable with. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Yeah, you're like, here's the
very
bathroom. I can show you right where it is, and
yeah,
all that stuff. This
yeah,
is where everybody does coke off of.
yeah. They don't have a baby changing station
Oh my God, why
in
would they?
the
Why
bathroom.
would they?
That's a reference to the John Mulaney special if you haven't seen it yet. Um, yeah, dude, it was a crazy week, but I got to be honest, I didn't pay attention to the news at all. Like
No. I did
I
all my news catch up like during the week at work and shit. Like these last couple days, I'm like, oh my God, that happened. Oh man, that happened.
yeah,
All the shit I missed out on.
I saw the thing where with Bob Huggins. I think he called was it Xavier? I don't know. He called some other school Catholic F's because they threw dildos on the floor
They to
apparently
what? Denounce them? Like,
and said they didn't do it. I don't know, but it was yeah, what's crazy to me is that that word, the FA word has gotten
I'm glad you specify. I was really confused.
yeah, has gotten so I don't know, it's gotten so like so banned to the point of where like none of the newspapers would even print it with like the expletive letters. You know what I mean? Like they wouldn't even like. So
That's
it took
ridiculous.
me forever. It took me forever to find out what he said.
Yeah, specifically, like yeah, verbatim what
Yeah,
he said.
and it was just like, what why can't you print that? That's so stupid.
I don't
It's
get
not
that.
the N word. Like
I
I
don't
don't.
think once we start making other words like the this word, I think it kind of detracts from the N word. And I don't
Yeah.
think that term has necessarily held up as far as like the N word has. You know what I
No,
mean? The
dude.
N word, there was a lot of history behind that. Not that there's not with the F word here, but it's not
Yeah.
the same. It
But
is
if you
nowhere
know it's
near
not
the same.
it's not the same. And if he said the N word, they would have at least printed it with like the little expletive letters and shit. You know,
Yeah, so now the other one's worse. I'm
yeah.
going to disagree with you there. I just don't see it being the same thing.
I really don't get it. It's crazy. But he does work for West Virginia University. So
Eh.
they gave him a contract extension. So
Of course they do.
yeah, I just read that today. And I'm like, that's like a joke that I would make.
They're like, we
And
respect him. We like what he's got to say.
yeah, that's like a joke that I would make, and it just really happened. Like, what the fuck? Uh, yeah, but yeah, I saw Trump's thing. He had a thing.
He boy did he. Boy did he have a thing. So he was found guilty, or well, not found guilty. His verdict was what he it was defamation of character, sexual battery. And was that it?
Yeah, he was guilty. The jury found him guilty of
Yeah, but not of rape. They gave him like sexual battery or something like that. It
something
was
like that. But yeah, yeah, and he's gonna appeal it, of course. Um,
I don't think he's really got any grounds to appeal it.
yeah,
I mean, the judge seemed pretty meticulous and careful, and I don't really think he's going to be able to spin that as though he had like been wronged in the case by any means.
it's a witch hunt, dude.
Yeah, stop the steal. I was
It's
trying
a
to look
witch hunt. I just wrote a joke about that the other day that I haven't even
witch
that I haven't,
hunts.
like tried out yet. About where was it? It was under burn, I think, something like that. Yeah, it was about. I can't find it. I just had. Oh, here it is. Yeah, it's about that. How they keep saying that it's a witch hunt. And it was, which of course is an exaggeration, but it might not be a bad idea. Like how much more entertaining would that be if people were just witch hunting the MAGA Republicans?
Burning them at the stake.
Yeah, like
We'll throw
Marjorie
them in the
Taylor.
water. We'll throw
Marjorie,
them into the water strapped to boulders. If they drown, they were not witches. Now we
yeah,
know.
Marjorie Taylor
Whoops.
Greene on a stake. You either tell the truth or lose your MAGA supporters, and lose your MAGA supporters, or continue to lie, and I'll light this fire. And she's like, "You mean the truth that mail-in voting causes widespread voter fraud?" And then they just light the fire, and it just like goes up.
And then
Oh
she stays alive, and we're like, holy shit, she was the witch the whole time. Like,
yeah,
she's really good. I like the witch hunt style, but I'm more of like an old school Star Wars guy, you know, like up on the Death Star. Where are the Jewish space lasers? You know, that type of thing.
yeah, yeah, dude. It's I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna have any effect on this campaign at all. I don't. I don't think it will.
I think it takes a type of person to to see a potential leader be charged with any type of sexual abuse, defamation. Now, like, all right, we knew that was a given. If anybody has defamed anybody, Trump has defamed everybody. I mean,
Yeah,
goddamn
yeah,
everybody he can. So, but none of us are shocked there. But once you've been found guilty of sexual abuse, I don't think you should really qualify for leadership. And I think it takes a type of person to think that you do qualify for leadership in that spot.
yeah. But those type of people think that this is a Democratic witch hunt, and
It's
that it's
just made
not.
up.
Yeah, it's the Democrats trying to take down Trump. That's how they see it.
But they the lawyers had such a good case though, man. Like his own deposition really shot him in the foot, and then they played the grab him by the pussy video, which I thought everybody forgot about. I really did. I thought we were for
Yeah,
some reason,
I like to bring back the hits every now and then.
yeah, greatest hits, it's
Yeah.
kids bop, it's good stuff. But I his own videos really shot him in the foot more so than the attorneys did.
Yeah.
That's sad. It's really sad to see that's he's still running for office,
I know.
Mind you, he's still got a lot of other cases. He's got plenty of other
Yeah.
cases that are still being played out, and they need to just they're going to domino them because they don't want one affecting the other.
He's gonna
Not
be
like
yeah, he's gonna be in court a lot over
yeah.
the next
Well,
couple.
he might not be, but you know,
Yeah.
he didn't show up a day in this trial. I don't understand that.
Well, the criminal ones I think he'll show up for though, because I think he has to. I'm pretty
I'm
sure
not sure how that works.
Um,
I
I
didn't know
think
you were allowed to have your lawyer just represent you there
maybe. I don't know.
until like the last day. Then you have to be there because they're like, well, we don't want him running off.
Yeah. Yeah, you have
I
to
don't
be
know.
definitely have to be there for your sentencing.
But still, I mean, you got to think this guy was being called a rapist and didn't
Yeah.
even show up to defend himself. Like, that's goddamn.
Yeah.
Even if you didn't think she had a case or you thought she was full of shit, I would think if you didn't do it, you would still show up to make the case that no, I did not rape somebody.
Yeah. Dude, it's the same shit with it's just the arrogance and the they're never gonna have any consequences. It's the same thing as Republicans who are investigating Joe Biden's family money and shit and like finding these like little like couple $1,000 discrepancies here and there when like we all know it's public record that Jared Kushner took a $2 billion check from the Saudis. Like
Yeah.
what are we talking? Do you guys really want to get into money
If
with
you
the
want to tit
family
for
of the
tat
president?
this, we got a lot more tats than you guys got tits, if that makes any
Yeah.
sense. That's
It's
unlike
crazy to me. Like
not only that, he was using all this money to pay off Stormy Daniels, and I mean, he's already Trump. The Trump Foundation's found guilty of business fraud. You want to talk like missing money and shady shit going on? One of those families got found guilty.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's such a shitty argument. It's so stupid. And then they're like, "Well, Hunter Biden smokes crack. Fine. Who cares? That guy doesn't have any power anyway."
Yeah, but the media gives them the fucking power to do this shit, dude.
They
Because
blow it up and act like it's a big deal and
dude,
means anything.
they're talking every day. I hear in the news that I watch any day I watch the news. I hear that Biden is facing mounting pressure to negotiate with Republicans over the debt ceiling. They're lying. The media is lying. They know that the debt ceiling is not something we negotiate over. They know that every year Trump was in office, every year Obama was in office since 2011, whenever they did this bullshit before, that we've never negotiated over the debt limit. Even though it was a Democratic House, they passed raising the debt limit for Trump because that's what you do.
We've pretty
And
much all been on the same side on that one.
yeah, and these media outlets are acting like that's not the case. They're acting like, well, the Republicans passed a bill, so now the Democrats have to negotiate. And it's like, no, they fucking don't.
No.
They passed a bill that was just a Republican wish list that they knew was never going to happen, just to prove, hey, look, we can agree on something and get enough Republican votes to pass it in the Republican held House. Just fucking insane. You should be able to get enough Republican votes in the Republican controlled House. But you have so many fucking crazy people because they just had this shit get more and more prevalent in their party and they just haven't ever made an attempt to try to stop it. So this is the result. This is what they get. I mean, it's
Just absolute hysteria over nonsense, shit that doesn't really matter in the long run.
yeah,
We've got other problems to deal with right now that we don't agree on, that we need to us out, and it
Yeah.
just doesn't seem likely.
No, not being able to win elections in the future, that's what they get. Because that's what's the Democrats basically have already won control of the House back in 2024 just by that ruling or just by the Supreme Court election in Wisconsin because that's going to gain Democrats about 7 seats, which will give them back the majority. So that's already happened. So Republicans just like they don't want to rule. They want to bitch and stay in power. That's it.
Yeah, and spew out conspiracy theories. Like we're still getting a lot of those trickles.
Yeah.
Marjorie Taylor Greene was just at some meeting telling some guy that he was dating an Asian spy. Like, oh, you're dating a Chinese spy or some shit. And then now she's not allowed to speak at meetings anymore. You see a lot of this shit happening still. And I just don't understand it.
Yeah, they're giving the media is giving her credibility now, like by having her on
Why?
60
Like
Minutes and shit. Like it's nuts. It is, dude. Like they act like she's a real they act like she's a real congresswoman. Like she's like a legit like she wants to make things better. And it's like no, she's just a character.
she learned the word Americans and how to say it angrily, and then that's about all she knows about politics, man. It's pretty rough to
Yeah.
watch.
And she's just collecting that check.
It's like a reality TV show, which if it was, I'd be really happy. It'd actually be really interesting to have a planted politician reality TV show. I would like that more so than
Yeah.
the reality that is happening.
Yeah, the funny one to me is Lauren Bobart because she when she entered politics, she was like supposed to be the new school like moderate Republican like kind of shit and then she just fully embraced Donald Trump and just went all in and now she just looks like a fucking idiot all the time.
What's the cheese at the tunnel for these mice here on this one? Like you
I
got to
don't know.
know that fan base is falling away. It's not gonna unite the Republican Party behind you. Now it's getting a little more divisive again.
Yeah, who
And
knows,
I just don't see that being the ticket to the future. And maybe
dude?
I'm wrong. I was wrong about it the first time. As soon as I heard grab him by the pussy, I thought it was over. I was like, oh man, he's obviously got no shot now. Who knows? Maybe they'll double down again.
Yeah, I mean, dude, Kevin McCarthy is a fucking moron, and he is the Speaker of the House because that's the best person Republicans could come up with to be Speaker of the House. Like that's like if the like Democrats are leading in the Senate, and if Chuck Schumer were to step down as the majority leader, and we gave it to Joe Manchin, like that would be the
Like, oh,
equivalent
all right.
to having Kevin McCarthy, but that would never happen because we have 30 other senators that are better than Joe Manchin.
Well,
That
Kevin McCarthy wasn't really even all that popular to all of the Republican Party, from what I understand.
oh
It took a minute to get that dude voted in.
yeah no well yeah because and that's the reason why he has no power and he has to do shit that he knows won't work because they to get him voted in he made concessions to where at any time any member of the ruling party can call a vote to remove him as speaker. That's the concession that he made. So he has like no power
This
because anything
concession
he
was an
does,
Achilles heel. Jesus Christ, man.
right? Yeah. So anything he does that they don't like, they're just gonna call to vote him out. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Well, speaking of walking on thin ice, you want to talk about ice?
Sure. Oh yeah. I forgot about this story you told me about. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I was reading this in the LA Times. There's a new ICE program. Will put families under home curfew, deport those who fail asylum screenings, which I thought that was already the case. I thought you would get deported if you fail an asylum screening because that's what
Yeah.
that does. Asylum seeking families who cross the U.S. border without authorization will be subject to GPS monitoring and a curfew and will be deported if they fail an initial asylum screening under a new immigration and customs enforcement program set to take effect soon. I feel like that was just the title of the article. They didn't really need to put that in the top paragraph of the
Oh
article.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
me.
Um,
Um,
we're
under
gonna
the,
we're gonna tag them
I guess so. I guess that's the game plan.
like they're cattle. That's
Well,
what we're doing.
it goes into a little bit further detail here. It says under the plan known as the Family Expedited Removal Management, which sounds really fucking dark. That's wow. And yeah, I work for Family Expedited Removal Management. Like, what do you clean up murder suicides? Jesus.
Yeah,
Migrant families will be directed to appear for an initial asylum screening known as a credible fear interview. Also sounds cool. In the cities they are going to. So they're going to go to these cities. They'll have an expedited asylum interview, which I thought was the case before. I guess I was wrong on that one.
no, it took them forever.
Yeah, I guess it was just a really slow process.
Yeah,
Um, ultimately, I guess families in these scenarios get different treatment versus individual people when it comes to seeking asylum. All of this just seems like it's an attempt to fight taking children from their families as far as these asylum seeking families go,
yeah,
which makes a lot more sense to me.
yeah, yeah.
It's also a big thing because they're ending Title 42, which all that did was give Border Patrol a ridiculous amount of power during the pandemic era.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I say let them in. No, I think that we should just fucking. I think what we should do is we should pretty much lock down the border, but the ones that are here, give them citizenship so that they can pay taxes and work
At least a clearer
and
path to
not,
citizenship.
yeah, and not have to worry about fucking, I don't know, getting deported every day. Like that's where we should start. You basically, what I've always thought they should do is negotiate with Republicans to increase border security while creating a pathway to citizenship for the ones that are already here. Like that's
That's
like,
respectable. I
I
mean,
mean, it takes like 7, 8 years to get your citizenship,
oh
and this
yeah,
country is fucking ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. Um, if they want to be here and they want to fucking pay our taxes and work legally, fucking let them. I don't understand like what the problem is.
we
We
got a
are,
shortage of jobs, don't we?
yeah, dude. It's not, that's nuts to me. Is that like we have this big job shortage, and nobody sees that the solution is just right in front of us. Like, who do you think is going to work these jobs? We're not like producing more people all of a sudden. Like it's,
Think about how many resources we're using up just to try to fight people coming into this country. Where if you turn that process around and make it a positive for the United States, I mean, you've had long enough to deal with it that you probably could have made it a net positive by now. You're
yeah,
never going to stop immigration coming here. It's just not going to happen.
yeah, guys, think
Bigger
of how much
country.
better life would be if Walmart was 24 hours a day again. You
Fucking
know?
miss that. Bullshit. I mean, hey,
Yeah.
3 a.m. Walmart is kind of scary, but there's less people, so I'll take the trade off.
Yeah, dude. I'd rather go to Walmart at like 3 a.m. and shop with people in like I'd rather shop with like 5 people that are in their pajamas than like a whole store of people in their pajamas, you know?
Amen. You're right, because like daytime Walmart, pretty bad. Like it's not much
Yeah.
better. It is
No.
3 a.m. Walmart, just by the volume, like the scarier people, the less of them equals the larger group of people that I'm just as terrified of.
Dude, it is crazy because in Brimfield they have Meyer right across the street from Walmart. And so, and both are busy all the time. Like both are packed all the time. It's nuts. But you go into Meyer and shop, and then you're like, "Fuck, I need something at Walmart. I gotta go into Walmart." You walk into Walmart, dude. You feel like you just walked into like Night of the Living Dead, like compared to Meyer. Like it is fucking insane.
I
Like
mean, the
it's
prices just don't seem that much better to warrant it. You know what I mean? I really don't. I know
They
they're a
are
little better, but they're not like crazy better.
they are a lot better, but they're still not enough better to have to deal with the people that shop at Walmart. It's
And
just
on
not.
top of that, like, have you been to an Aldi? I mean, goddamn, the people there are nice. Everything's pretty
Yeah,
normal. You don't have the weird crackhead vibe that you get at Walmart, and the prices are better than Walmart. So it can be a price point thing. It's got to be a Walmart thing.
yeah,
At
it
least I
is.
think.
It is. It's the Great American Corporation.
Speaking of great American corporations, I just noticed in this article it says that only one family member out of the asylum seeking family is going to have to wear the ankle monitor. Who decides that? Who decides who has to wear the ankle monitor?
You draw a stick.
I guess so. Basically, you pass through your rapid expedited asylum interview. You get yourself an ankle bracelet on one relative, and then you're not allowed to leave your house from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. or you'll be deported.
Yeah. Meanwhile, they just put a shot in everybody else's neck.
Pretty much.
Have GPS trackers and all of them.
They don't just give them a smartphone. Wouldn't it be cheaper? I guess. Like, here, take
Yeah.
this. It's got location on. Whatever.
Oh man, yeah, that's pretty nuts. What are you doing this weekend?
We got ourselves the Sassies show. We're gonna be in Twinsburg, man.
Yeah. Sassies, dude. It's gonna be fun. That's at 8 o'clock in Twinsburg at Sassy's. You can get tickets on Eventbrite. Um,
And Mother's Day is Monday or Sunday. Not Monday,
yeah,
Sunday.
I completely forgot about that. So glad you reminded me.
Noted probably the 19 people listening right now. That's what I'm here for, guys.
Hell yeah.
Just trying to get us some bonus points here.
Yeah, I'll be at Imposters Theater tomorrow night.
Hell
and,
yeah.
and then I'll be at Dunlap's Corner Bar on Friday night. With Fridays with Tanea Timmons. Don't believe Ramon will be there because I think he's on the road with Neil Brennan, from what I saw. But yeah, that should be a fun show. And then Sunday, always come to the open mic at Barmacy. And that's it. Do you have anything else to promote coming up?
I don't believe I do. I don't think I have that many cool things going on right now, man. Let's see. Not really.
Oh, I don't know if
Well,
we have any Warren listeners, but I found I'm going to be back on the Cork and Cap show on May 20th. Haven't done that in a while. That'll be fun. But yeah, man. Follow us on the socials. We had a little mishap with the Bomb Hard podcast, and that is that our producer's computer took a shit. So he's working on it. And as soon as he gets finished with it, we will put the first episode out. Not sure how often we're gonna put them out. We'll just kind of go with the flow of things, I guess. I don't know.
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Eventually, it'll be a consistent thing where we have a day of the week and all that shit. Not like we have had one with Brown Petri dish lately, but but yeah, man. Yeah, I'll see you Saturday. I
I'll
guess.
see you there, brother.
All right, later, man.